Hello friends, I am Vijay Tushar, the host for Wow Global Network, and I'm so excited today, I would say super excited to learn about something very unique. Well, I have with me this wonderful, gorgeous young lady. She's none other than Mehek Hemnani, Access Consciousness Facilitator, an expert at DMIA, that is dermatographics multi analysis, and she's a counselor, a relationship counselor, a career counselor, and much more. So it's great having you here at Wow, ma'am. And I would just want you to talk a little about yourself, just introduce yourself to the audience, and what is it that you exactly do?
Vijay, thank you so much for giving me such a warm welcome and so many descriptions. Okay, I'm this and this and this, and if you see, I'm really nothing.
It's my pleasure. I think you're being very humble when you're saying you're nothing. We all are born great, and a part of greatness is what you're contributing right now. That's what I feel.
I only believe people who come close to me, I touch their lives and help them transform a little bit or a little more, whatever they choose.
Yeah.
Because ultimately it's their journey and they have to choose the change. We can only be catalysts or conduits in their change.
True.
We can tell them, we can share them that this is the path which will lead you to greatness. Yet, it is their inner will to shift. So Access Consciousness has been a phenomenal catalyst in my journey. I have been a counselor since the past 8-9 years, and it was a great journey. Yet I always used to look at what can I do or be so that I can give better, speedier solutions to people, so that things start working in their life. Wherever they are stuck, whether it's relationships, whether it's money, whether it's parenting, whatever area of their life they are stuck at, whether it's stress levels at work. So lifestyle and work-life hazards is so huge in our reality. And how many times are people just not fit with what they are doing? They wish to do something else and are not able to do that in their life.
Yeah.
They don't get an opportunity.
You just made a comment right now that people are stuck. Now, as a counselor, you see that they are stuck. But when you get your clients, are they aware that they are stuck in a particular issue?
That's a great question. So, most people are stuck. Everyone needs counseling. Very few realize they need it.
True.
The one who realize they reach a counselor or they reach a Access Consciousness class, and those who are ready for the change. Until and unless they are not ready for the change or are not asking for more from life,
True.
they don't reach there.
Correct.
So I would say to all the people who are watching this show, whenever in your life you have heard from your parents, from your teachers or anyone that whatever you have, accept it and be satisfied, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't listen to them. Please ask for more, because more is available. Everything is available for you. Everything is reachable in your this life in the shortest possible time. You only have to reach out.
True. Ye dil mange more.
Yes.
So that's what I'm asking of you.
Yes, ask and you shall receive. True. That is one of the
Basic
tools
tenets.
of access. That ask and you shall receive. It's also given in the Bible.
Yes.
That whatever you will ask for in this life, or even you have asked for something in past lifetimes,
You
will receive it. In how much time is a different thing.
Correct. So, can you elaborate a little more about what is Access Consciousness?
Access Consciousness is an energy healing modality. It's an international forum. It has been started by Gary Douglas, based in Houston, and today is has its presence in 170 plus countries across the world. There are bars facilitators, there are foundation facilitators, and there are multiple classes in Access. You begin with the Access Bars class, which I facilitate, and the new foundation class, which I will be facilitating soon in December. Post that, you are open to receiving classes in various aspects of your life, whether it's parenting, whether it's business, whether it's money, or it's just the right voice for you, or the right body for you, a body class. So whatever you ask for is there on the forum. There are phenomenal number of books. If you would go on Amazon and just type Access Consciousness, there are so many phenomenal books. One of the few books which I have really enjoyed is Conscious Parents, Conscious Kids. Since
Wow.
I work a lot with kids, it's a whole new way of telling parents or guiding them to their journey with kids. Because having a kid is not a one-time task, it's a journey. It's a journey of a lifetime. The kids never leave you. We
Sure.
think that okay, once a child is 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 or married also, it's over and our responsibilities are over. It never happens. They are there with you for life, and this book, believe it, would contribute to you so much beyond imagination. It's worth every penny.
So the book is Believe It.
Conscious Parents, Conscious Kids by Access Consciousness, written
Okay.
by Gary Douglas.
Gary Douglas.
Yeah.
Wow, I should get hold of this
Yes.
book because I'm sure it will add a feather to my cap as
Yes.
well.
So all people who are working with children, all people who are parents should read this book. There are many other books on money. There are books on relationships, divorceless relationships, which is another aspect of Access. Facilitating couples in relationships is also
I
one
think
thing.
this is the need of the hour. Today we
Yes.
come across so many couples they just don't know what they want from the partner and they keep expecting some
Yes.
thing based on what is shown to them. Like you say, they get some image regarding an ideal wife or an ideal husband, and then they want the character to fit into that.
Correct.
And they don't obviously get, because we are all different.
Yes.
So what is your experience as a relationship counselor?
As a relationship counselor, wow, it's such a huge thing, and yet time is very little. I would say, whenever you have an issue with your spouse, remember that it's not an issue with the spouse. It's just small fine tunings that you have to do. Visit a counselor. Even if you're in a great relationship and you feel that others are in worse relationships, it's not a bad investment to go to a counselor. And maybe somebody who's doing with DMI is phenomenal, because he will actually know what your true personality is. I call it, when I work with DMI with my relationship clients, I tell them it's a marriage of your souls happening today. You might be married for 5, 10, 11 years, yet your marriage of the souls is going to happen today. Because knowing your partner is very important. And Access goes a step ahead and talks to us about intimacy. What is true intimacy and what is relationship? And yet that is another class we can take.
So you were talking about Access Consciousness and how it changes things very fast. As you said, rocket, like a rocket. So can you give me some examples of how it has changed people's lives?
Yes, I have experienced many things in my life, and I always used to believe in slow and steady wins the race, and you keep working on it and you reach there. Yet when I chose Access, in the first day class itself, my own testimonial is what I would give you all. I was suffering from a knee pain which was generic. All the female members of my family had that pain, and they were operated and knee transplants, and was their story, how many
Okay.
women have it.
So generic means exactly what?
In the sense, it was there since lifetimes in my family.
Okay,
My grandmom, my mom, my aunt, all of them had it.
okay.
And I believed even I will have it. So
Okay.
many of us have that. This is hereditary in our
Correct,
family. So what
correct.
is a hereditary thing? And when I went for my one-day class, the Access Bars class, which now I facilitate too, I I came back, I slept that night. Next day in the morning, I had zero pain, and it remains that way till today. I was unable to cross my legs and sit for a minute earlier, and now I sit for whole days in a cross-leg position. And this is not only my story, this is one of the most basic stuff, but insomnia.
Yeah.
People who have not slept from months and years, they sleep like a baby once they've done the access bars class, one-day class. People who are in depression, a one-day class and they are done. Another person who had come to me, he had come with a knee ailment, and he had actually had a fall, and for 6 months that pain was reoccurring. It would settle down and it would
come
reoccur
again.
Ultimately, he consulted 2-3 orthopedic surgeons. He did an MRI, was referred to physiotherapists, and even when nothing worked, they said surgery is something that they can look at. And when when that surgery thing comes and people are a little this that I can't.
Scared.
And he was not able to wear footwear. Being a great businessman and not wearing footwear, loafers or even shoes was painful for him. His knee to ankle, everything was hurting. He came to me for a session and 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. And he was done.
Wow. It's like magic.
Yes.
You do abracadabra and there it is, it's done.
Yes, it was done. It is magical.
Yeah.
So our body is healing itself.
True.
It's not that I did magic. I'm not the magician here. We all are.
True.
God has made us that way. Our bodies are made that way that it can heal itself. But we have forgotten that self-healing capability is there. So when we trigger that and we know that we can self-heal, is when we can start the healing process again. So Access Consciousness, the tagline says, empowering you to know that you know. So there's nothing that you don't know.
That's really
Access Consciousness is only empowering you to know that you already know it. And when
You're
you
just
know
discovering your own powers.
and when you already know it, is it that I am doing anything? I'm just being the catalyst and telling you that this is also possible.
Wow, it was great talking to you, Mehek. And yes, you must attend her Access Consciousness class, which is going to be held on November 11th. If I'm not
Yes, my
mistaken.
next class is on 11th November.
Yeah.
And you can register through my Facebook page or give us a call. The numbers are there on Facebook. And
So your Facebook
we'll
page is
answer.
under your same name?
It's in my name, Mehek Hemnani, and there's another name, Your Guide to You. So
Okay.
that's one thing which has come to me while I was on my journey, that I'm just a guide to you.
Wow, it's like, it's a journey of self-discovery, what I
Yes.
see in you. And if I may ask you, like, for how many years have you been doing this?
Access Consciousness?
Yes.
My journey began in May 2016.
May
Very short.
2016, it's a
Yeah.
pretty short
It's
period.
very short, but it's very phenomenal. And as I said, Access Consciousness is working like a rocket. So are you able to handle the speed of a rocket? If you are okay with a bullock cart, so be it.
Fine.
It's your choice. Your
So-
choice will create your reality.
So if you want to bring instant changes in your life and achieve a level which you've always desired for, then she's the one you can contact. Ma'am, your page is Mehek Hemnani,
Mehek Hemnani.
Your Guide to You.
Your guide to you.
Wow, that
You can
is
put in any one, not
okay.
both.
Okay, so that's really great talking to you. I've got so much of information, and now we have a segment where we're going to ask you a few questions, and we are going to expect the answers as soon as possible.
Yes.
That's why it's called as the split-second questions.
Okay.
You are a role model to many. Who's your role model, and who and how has he or she inspired you?
Wow, I have had many mentors all my life at school, when I was doing DMI, when I was in Access. And one phenomenal thing that I'll tell you about Access, which has taught us, Gary Douglas has set a rule that if you have to become a facilitator, you have to do 3 classes with 3 different facilitators. So do not take any one person as your role model. You are you.
True.
You have to just open your own box. So never follow one person. Work on yourself and find the real you.
Wow. So it's like we are the supermodel, we are the super role model for ourselves. We can align ourselves to our higher self, which you're talking about, and find out what best you can contribute to the world. That is superb. Well, the next question is, give us one tip or message that you can bring a shift in an individual at a soul level.
Okay,
Like
a
for me,
simple thing.
if I want to bring a shift in myself at the soul level, can you give me one tip?
Whether it is at your soul level or in this physicality or reality, there's one thing that you can do is ask and you shall receive.
Wow.
So when you will ask for something, that will show up in your life. Not necessarily immediately. If your ask is so pure and so intentful, it will show up immediately. Sometimes it may take a little longer. But whatever you ask for will definitely show up. So have the trust that it is going to show up.
I think showing up would be in forms of symbols, in forms of people
Anything.
making comments.
You could ask for a business and opportunities would show up.
Yes. So how you're asking is also important.
Yes. For that you have to come to the bars class. Yes. So in
Well.
bars class we have about 3 hours of tools where we share with you what is the right way to communicate with the universe. How do you get in sync with the universe? How do you understand yourself? So when you know the technique, nothing is impossible.
Sure. I think impossible also says I am possible.
Yeah.
Right. So the third question is, we would like to see the other side of you. I mean, Mehek is a counselor, Mehek is a DMIA analyst, Mehek is an anxious consciousness facilitator. We have seen that part. What about you, without all those masks, or I would say roles, without all those roles, if I remove that role one by one, the core you who enjoys something,
The core me is a crazy person.
Yeah, I was just waiting for that, I was just
There
waiting for that.
are days when I just am in my pajamas and I'm dancing about the house.
So at the end of the segment, we want to have a jungly dance.
Okay.
I think that's going to be something really different.
On Facebook and YouTube.
It does not matter because you yourself said that log kya kahenge is not going to be a problem, right?
Log kya
And
kahenge should never be the problem. If you are going to follow what others are going to say, you're never going to receive in your life. You have to follow what your heart says.
And I think the little child, the little crazy person within me should be alive all the while, right?
Yes.
So that's a madness. वो जो पागलपन है ना, वो हमको और आगे लेके जाता है.
Play like a child.
Play like a child. Well, friends, we have seen Mehek as a professional. What are you as a person? Just the core you.
The crazy me.
Wow, that's really nice. I'm crazy too. So let's have a crazy song and dance, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, do I have a choice here?
No, you don't have a choice. So this is the best part of our interview. We are just what we are, right?
Yes.
So be you, celebrate life,
Be
and
you, the
here-
crazy you.
The crazy
Always.
you, yes. So here we are. Come on, please join in, Shobhana.
मस्ती में डोले मम्मा बोली मस्ती में डोले मस्ती में डोले मम्मा बोली मस्ती में डोले
This was superb. And we are going to have the final ritual. We have a concluding ritual here. No, that's fine. So we have a concluding ritual in which Shobha ma'am is very much inspired by Saroj Khan, and she's going to do the traditional offering
Thank you so much, Mehek,
I'm so
for being
glad.
here.
I'm so
May
glad.
this bring you multiples of abundance and you be loaded with infinite health, wealth and prosperity.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here.
Gratitude for
Thank you
having
so
me.
much. Thank you.
I had a lovely
Me
time.
too.
I had a lovely time.
This is a different
Come,
me
come,
too.
see.
Yes, this is a different me. We all connected. Stay
Thank
tuned and we'll be back.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 1.
Wow!